Okay, so I wanted to come on because I was in the shower and I'm thinking, a whole bunch of shit about myself, right? When I was little, shit like that. I had spoken about when I was in sixth grade. My, what class was that? Was it science? My science teacher had a dome in the classroom was a dome. Like when you go to the museums and shit, the space museums, and then they have that dome. Okay, so that professor had that. And I remember, he would show us everything about outer space and everything, right? And I was like obsessed with the black hole specifically, okay? And everything else was nice and shit, but the black holes to me were the most interesting. So then I'm thinking, because like I said, mine is a dot to dot to dot shit. So then I'm thinking, like, what does that have to do with me, right? And I had said that if somebody throws something in there physically, it's gonna explode, right? Because of the pressure. There's too much pressure. Just like if you go all the way underwater, um, you explode, right? Even if you're in a fucking submarine and shit. Okay? So, um, then I was thinking, okay, well, then what, right? So, if you go in the black hole spiritually, you end up in another, it's like a portal. Okay? So, if you go in there, I saw where people, so I was thinking about what I said earlier as well about, being light, there's other worlds light years away. So maybe, I don't know why I thought about that maybe going into the black hole in some specific way, right? You can avoid all of that and travel. I know there's wormholes and shit that you people use for that as well, but it's not that. This one is specifically maybe the black holes are to go back and forth, right? And maybe the black hole is to go to another world itself, right? To wherever the fucking another black hole is, like a portal, right? And then how I know that is because, like I said, when I'm in the spiritual realm and there's people who come for me, there's a thing, a man, and he's like an alien, bitch, okay? I'm not gonna lie. And I drew him. Like when I draw, I just make little rando things and then it tells me something at the end. So this is what came out. And this I've had for years, okay? Which is this one right here. As you could see, it's a portal. But when I see it's a black hole. It's a black hole. So when people come for me, I, battle them a little bit and then I throw them in there. Okay? When I throw them in there, they, like I say, I don't hurt people like that, right? But God decides. So that, when I throw them in there, I've seen people go back to their childhood. I've seen one guy riding a fucking, a horse. Okay? He was happy when he was a child. He was riding a horse, so he was a good guy, right? So like when I say I battle some people, when I just feel the tap and they're doing some shit to me, I send them in there sometimes, right? And then I say, Lord, decide whether if it's good, then it's good. If it's bad, then it's bad. Like I call judgment on on the person that's invading my space, and then the Lord takes them to wherever. So if mine, I'm just defending you, it's like get out the way, right? Like that. And then if I go like that and then I throw you to this, then maybe it's something that he needed to remember. Maybe it's something, his happy place or his sad place. I don't fucking know, bitch. But the thing is, I've seen people on horses, like little kids on horses, which are grown men. Because like I said, I've done this to people that are driving. I've done this to people that are coming to the window. I've done this, every time they fucking throw some shit at me, bitch, I'm doing whatever. And not always. It's only sometimes, but it's whenever it calls for, right? So, anyways, I also have seen when I've thrown some people that are bad, I've seen them fall and go to the desert. Like, when I say the desert, I don't mean like here. I mean the desert where there's nothing. You know how in the movies you see them just walking and there's sand everywhere, there's nothing around like that. And those are the demons. You know how in the Bible it says, send the demons to where they come from, which is the desert. So when I throw them in there, it decides where it goes. And when I say it's an ET, bitch. Look at it. I drew this a long time ago. Maybe like 2 years ago, some shit, a year and a half, some shit like that. And like I said, this is what it looks like. And this is like it's a black hole. So again, I feel like maybe that's the case. Like I said, maybe the black hole is a portal to go, not back in time, or maybe because when I sent that thing or that person into that, I saw, like I said, different scenarios. Some go to the desert, some go to their childhood traumas, some go, depending on what position you have in life maybe, or where you are with God, I guess. I don't know, bitch. But so I'm thinking maybe that's a portal to go to another world, the light year away one, right? And then I was also thinking that if anything, that portal, you know how I also spoke about that blanket that the military has in order to camouflage shit, right? And then I also spoke about, liquid mercury. Liquid mercury I don't think would go because it's a solid. But if we do something to where that other thing is like a mirror or it disappears, it's nothing, right? And then you put it in there, because obviously it's nothing, but then when you're in there, you become something. Like, I remember it was a shapeshifter, but the shapeshifter was like non-existent, but you could see through it, right? But it was there. Because maybe it didn't have any, it wasn't metal. It didn't have any material. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it didn't have any, I don't want to say weight, but it wasn't a solid, bitch. So what if, I don't know. I mean, people maybe need to look into that shit. But like I said, everything that I've gone through in life is connected. And I know, Mr. Elon, you need to call me because there's a lot of shit that needs to happen. And I think that you probably need to step back on the robots fucking people and shit and probably look into something like this. Especially if I know that there's another world that people had said that they found that looks like ours, but it had 2 suns or some shit, but it was far away, like light years away. And I don't know how they found it, but they found it supposedly. Or maybe that's what we're gonna find. I don't know, but there's another world like ours. But they don't know if the liquid is water itself or it's some other material, but it's green. It has blue, it has brown. It looks like ours, but it's not shaped like ours, but like the countries, right? The countries it's not the same, but it has all of that. So I don't know if they're already, it's documented somewhere, bitch. I don't know where I saw it. Maybe I saw it when I was a child. But I know that there's another world. There's multiple, like I said, but the closest one is that one that I'm talking about. And maybe a portal like that, which is a black hole. And I know people have created fake black holes and shit, but I'm not talking about that. It ain't that. I'm talking about the real black holes, bitch. The real ones. So, anyways, I just wanted to say that out loud because people are like, well, you need to keep shit to yourself. Okay, if I keep it to myself, there's people listening to what I say, even in my own house or even in my own thoughts. So they could run with that shit and do fuck shit with it. So I'm going to come on here, spew out what I know and what all the ideas I got, and maybe someone can, do something with it. And you need to give me my money, by the way. But I'm the one speaking on this shit because, like I said, people run off with shit, do fuck shit with it, or sell the information for money, and that shit is not fair, bitch. So, if anything, I'm the one that should be getting paid for all of this shit. Because this is my childhood. Like I said, you people trying to copy and paste shit about my life, I want to be just like her. I want to do everything she does. It doesn't work for you the same, bitch, because the magic is not there for you. Because I'm the one who lived that situation, bitch. I am. You can't copy and paste my feelings, bitch. You can't do that. Right? And you try to replicate that shit and you cannot. So, anyways, I just wanted to say that shit. Because, like I said, I could keep this shit quiet and I'm talking to myself like, oh yeah, but this, and oh yeah, but that. And then all of a sudden, somebody ran off with my shit like they did before and then claim it as theirs, bitch. And then talk about I'm her and she's a liar and she's a fake and a phony. The fuck? I got proof of shit, bitch. I got proof of everything. Like I said, when I was a child, that's when I saw... Bitch, I have variety, bitch. I am not a stupid individual. I learned about a lot of things. A lot of things interest me. You know, growing up, there was a fake. That's why when you bitches were like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to give you this and then I'm going to take it away. It don't even matter. Because I already knew some of it. And then you added a little bit to it. And then there you go. Right? And then next, same thing with the next shit. Same thing with the next shit. And then that applies to everything that I went through. That applies to everything that I went through, right? Like I said, including this alien thing that just appeared, right? So, anyways, maybe that's a clue for somebody about something. So, call me before someone else takes the information and runs with it. Like I said, it is kind of scary because if no one tells me like, hey, shut the fuck up, or you're only going to talk to us and shit, then I keep putting shit out here just because, like I said, I'm scared that someone's going to run off with my shit and claim it as theirs. And they've already done that shit for so long that I'm not going to have that shit. So, like I said, and another fucking, they could sell it to another country. They could sell it to another whatever. And then next thing you know, we're fucked. Right? So, yeah, there you go.